Hello viewers, today I'm going to show you a special kind of reaction workup. So when you have the reactions done with a high boiling solvent and you have to remove the high boiling solvent like cyclohexanone, toluene, DMSO or any other high boiling solvent like whose boiling points are more than 110 or 120, so how you can remove that high boiling solvent. Sometimes even it is difficult to remove those solvents, especially if you want to use the rhodobeb. Some labs may have like low pressure rhodobeb, but sometimes this is not available everywhere. So here I am showing you a reaction where I have done, and now you can see like I am wiping the neck of the round bottle flask with the paper towel to remove the grease, because you have seen that in my reaction setup there was a Claisen tube attached with the condenser. So even if your condenser and the round bottom flask is attached with the grease, so you can wipe it with the paper towel, and then you can just take out all the crude in a round bottom flask like this, what I am doing. So that is with the high boiling solvent. So once everything is added, and then I will add some ethyl acetate to dissolve my remaining crude compound in my round bottom flask. I will add everything together here in a big flask, because that is the reaction flask is maybe the little small, but when you are adding some solvent and dissolving, then volume can be a little bit more. That's why take 500 milliliter or 1000 milliliter round bottom flask. So first add the ethyl acetate and dissolve everything as much as you can. Wash it couple of times and add everything in the round bottom flask, like which one you are going to do rhodobeb. So here I normally wash at least 2-3 times so that everything is added here, and whatever remaining is there, maybe those are not my compound, because if something is not dissolving in organic solvent, most of the time those are not like expected compound. Sometimes inorganic salts or any other catalyst stay in the round bottom flask, but that may be also not true for all times. Sometimes if your product is like less soluble, then it can be an insoluble solid. So do not throw out anything before you get your crude in your hand and you finally purified your product. Even if something solid is stuck in the flask, do not dispose it. At least finally get your compound. So here I washed couple of times, and this reaction I have done many times, so I know whatever the solid residual is staying in that flask, those are not my compound. So I washed it as long as I have the color solution. Once I added the ethyl acetate, so everything is taken in this round bottom flask, like, and if you're stirring um, magnetic stirring bar like fall to the round bottom flask, then you can use magnetic fishing rod to take out the magnet from the round bottom flask. Here I will take out my magnet by using a magnetic fishing rod like this. Most of the lab has this kind of rod to take out the magnet from the flask. So I am washing magnet so that my compound goes inside the round bottom flask. Now I'm going to do rotoweb primarily, like, because I was adding ethyl acetate. Ethyl acetate is easy to remove with the rotoweb. So first I will remove that ethyl acetate part, and even though the high boiling solvent will stay there. So the first step with the rotoweb, just remove the low boiling point solvent like ethyl acetate or any other solvent. If you add like sometimes you need to add DCM like dichloromethane, so those kind of solvent can be removed with the rotoweb easily with like 80 to like 40 to 50 degrees Celsius if your compound is not temperature sensitive, like if your compound is stable in temperature. But how do you know, like when you do your reaction at high temperature, so definitely your product should be stable in that temperature. So once rotoweb is done, then add some hexane, because sometimes if you have the toluene and if you add hexane and do rotoweb couple of times, Then slowly toluene will go with the hexane by making azeotropic mixture. If you don't know what is azeotropic mixture, you can google it, or like you can go to the literature. So low boiling solvent mixing of low boiling solvent decrease the boiling point of the high boiling solvent, so that create kind of azeotropic mixture, and easily you can remove your high boiling solvent. That is one way. And here I am trying to remove as much as I can by adding the hexane in my flask. And there is another good way to remove the high boiling solvent. If your compound is not air sensitive, in that case you can pass through air to the flask, like that what I am doing here. Like I'm just putting the air flow with the tube. Do not put your tube all the way down, just on the neck, and give like little bit pressure, and make sure that your compound is not air sensitive or like oxygen sensitive. So in that case, like you can remove the high boiling solvent. You have to keep it at least 2-3 hours, or sometimes 4-5 hours, because when you don't have any other options, you can just push the air. In many cases, some people also can use argon gas, because if the compound is air sensitive, then argon gas can also do the same thing. See, you can see that the high boiling solvent is gone with the airflow. I hope you liked this video, and if you like, please subscribe my channel. Bye now.